Hello and welcome to Let's Speedrun The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX No Save and Quit. I am your host, Zorlax7, and in this episode we'll be going over Dungeon 5. Again, I have to apologize for the lack of proper piece of power routing. In the last video, save states are funky, and that's about all I can say. I do apologize for that. But I have a new save state here, and we'll get piece of power in this dungeon, so let's go. We're going to jump up to the left. Cancel that text, bring our sword out, kill this slime. I mean, I always kill that slime, you don't need to. If that slime drops piece of power, you're in really good shape because it makes this next room easy. If not, who cares? You normally don't have that. Oops. So in this next room, we're going to hold our sword out to the right, and then screen transition. This room's going to look something like this. So let me explain this room real quick. The way we react to this room, it depends on this Helmasaur right here. The way this room always starts out is, again, we're going to be facing to the right and having our sword fully charged when we enter. We're going to jump, spin slash right around here, and then we have to react to what the Helmasaur does. So if the Helmasaur moves to the right, the Helmasaur dies, and then we just walk over right here and swing our sword regularly. If he moves up, we're going to jump, spin slash, swing our sword right here. We won't do damage to the Helmasaur, but he'll get stunned for a little bit. And then you can swing your sword up twice to kill him. If the Helmasaur moves down, we're going to jump, spin slash right here, swing our face down, swing our sword right here, in this area, and then swing our sword down again, kill him, and then kill that bat up there. If he moves to the left, we kind of just have to react to what the Helmasaur does after he moves left. But we're still going to start out with a jump, spin slash right around this area. So. There's the down, we swing down twice, kill that bat, pick up the piece of power. Make a new save state. Okay, right there. That's if he moves right, he instantaneously dies. Let me see if I can get like up going. There's up. And that's what up looks like. And if he moves to the left, which I might not be able to see, which is you kind of just have to react to what where he moves after that, because you normally can't hit him after he moves left. So after that, you want piece of power to drop in this room, preferably. Pick it up, cancel the text, and make our way out. Dodge those guys if you can. In this room, hold down left until you fall, and then jump. I have to wait on this platform just for a second. The first one. This room looks like you jump up, jump to the left, spin here, push this block, kill this guy if he's in your way, and then get your key. You want to kill the brown Stalfos at all, if at all possible. Sometimes this other brown Stalfos moves up here, you want to kill him too, because he just makes your life more miserable every time he does. My preferred method for killing a Stalfos would be holding your sword out and just poking. So, again, jump slash up, jump slash left, spin, push block 1, jump, poke, get the key, and leave. Then we're going to jump up this ladder. We have a jump right here that's frame perfect. I failed it. Just want to see show off what it looks like. It looks like that. If you do that, it saves like a second. If you fail it like that or something, just jump up the ladder here. This next room, you kind of just have to react to whatever the Helmasaurs give you, and kill them both to leave the room. So I should go over a little bit how the Helmasaur hitboxes work. Helmasaurs only take damage if you are facing the same direction as them. So it doesn't matter if their butt is exposed, so to speak. It just matters whether or not you and the enemy are facing the same direction. So I'm gonna try to like poke one from behind or something. See, I can poke him from behind. Oh, he moved to the left. But it doesn't matter whether or not so that spin slash won't hurt, but that will kill him because we were both facing the same direction. So just for this room, you kind of have to react to the RNG. Whenever you hit the Helmasaur with and he doesn't take damage, you hit his armor. He gets stunned for a second, so you can use that to your advantage. You can just keep on knocking him until you are in a position where you can kill him. So that's the best That's the best I can say for that room. Jump. In this room, we're going to jump, swing our sword once, jump, swing our sword once up. I need to demonstrate it properly. Jump, jump, up left. So jump up, jump, swing your sword up, jump, swing your sword up, swing your sword left. Jump up, left. This is only if you have piece of power. If you do not have piece of power, you're gonna have to do like a spin strat. Maybe you can walk into the room facing down, spin, and then kind of like mash until both the green Stalfos are dead. Now we're gonna enter a mini boss room. We have to fight this mini boss 4 times in the dungeon. The first and last time we fight him, he can only be damaged by bombs for all the fights. The first and last time we fight him, he takes 3 hits of damage, and the second and third times we fight him, he takes 2 hits of damage. And that's gonna take we're gonna take that into account when we fight him. So we enter the room, we get our sword, charge it. When he lands, we spin, knock him into a corner, shoot 2 bomb arrows, and lay the 3rd bomb. You can shoot 3 bomb arrows if you want, but I'd rather conserve arrows at this point. Fun fact, if you shoot 4 bomb arrows, he dies. You can pick up a key, and this has other weird ramifications. Don't do this. We only need 1 key in this entire dungeon. So, again, 2 bomb arrows, lay the 3rd. When he jumps away, equip feather and bomb. And you want to equip when the doors open or close, because that saves a few frames of door lag, because you can't move while doors are opening or closing. In this room, you want to make your movement as efficient as possible, because if you do, you can dodge the Sparky, and this only works if you have piece of power. If you don't have piece of power, just wait for the Sparky to clear the door. So we're in mini boss 2 now. It's slightly different. I'm going to demonstrate how it works. And then he's down. So, the way I like to do this is I enter the room, lay a bomb, pick it up, and then wait for a certain musical cue, then throw it, charge my sword, and spin as soon as the Stalfos lands in the screen. Just listen for that musical cue I use. It's kind of like on the second phrase of the boss battle music. Looks like that. You'll see some people do something like this. They'll face down, use a similar musical cue, and then lay a bomb. Do whatever suits you. I like the throwing bomb method more. When he leaves, put feather and sword. Oops, not like that. It's supposed to be down here. Jump. So you want to walk into this room kind of low on this block. Push the block, then jump down. That'll help you dodge the Sparky. That. Enter this room, jump up and right, and swing your sword up. Go over here, pick up these bombs, swing your sword, and have it charge, and then we'll kill any enemies that are kind of going the way here. Again, we kill this guy in a similar way. Dodge that starfish enemy if you can. It's kind of hard to dodge if you do not have piece of power. This room, we're just gonna walk over here, get a wall clip in that pot, which I was having trouble doing for some reason. And we kill that. We need to have a wall clip in that pot because it allows us to kill the green slime. And we need to kill all 3 slimes in order for the door to unlock. So after the door unlocks, we get our bombs out. So we're going to fight the mini boss a 3rd time. Do exactly the same thing. When the door is unlocked, you can have feather and sword. Do a super jump right there, if I can. I don't know why I'm having trouble with it right now. Looks like that. Otherwise, you can just lift this, lift that pot there. I'm kind of stuck. I don't have a save state for it. You lift that pot. You lift this pot right here, and just push this block over. Okay. From here, you're gonna dive under the water. If you're not very confident what I'm going to describe, oops. You can just kill these guys to get them out of your way, and then continue on. Normally, right after I do the super jump, I have my boots and feather out, and I'm going to take a damage boost off of these squids. Looks something like that. In order to get that damage boost, when you dive underwater, make sure you're as far left as you possibly can be in that center tile, because the position that Link dives on the position that Link dives is going to be similar to the position that Link arrives in this screen underwater. So if you're far to the right, it's kind of hard to get this damage boost. So again, then you kind of like hold down left, and then hold down, kind of just take damage there. If you don't do that, it's okay. Mash and jump whenever you can, and we're here. Keeping track of whether or not you've taken 3 hits for your piece of power or not. So now we've taken one hit of damage, so we only have 2 hits left in our piece of power. Alright, we're gonna go over this little trick here. So it looks something like this. Oh, that's extra strength. Looks a little bit like that. So you saw first step 1, you can bonk into this wall, then you jump, then you dash jump down and get across. The way it works is because you kind of like air in between 2 pits, and Link doesn't fall into a pit until he's dead center in it. And pits kind of suck down, so that allows you to clear this jump. It's a little bit harder if you don't have piece of power. So this lining up with this bonk sets you up in the right pixel. I actually don't do that. When I walk into this room, I like to just line Link's foot up with like this little crack right here. I push against the wall. See how Link's foot's kind of lined up right there, and then I kind of just do the jump from there, or fail the jump. I'm very good at failing this jump. But it's a little tricky to get used to. It looks something like that. Alright, we get our nightmare key, fall in the pit, any pit will do, and make our way back down. And then right here we're going to have feather and sword out. I like to dodge these bloopers, and then again mashing our jump button, kill these ones, and then when we jump up here, we're going to buffer, feather, and down left. Looks something like that. The way I do this next room, the way I do this next room is I like to line up on this wall here without a wall clip. Having a wall clip complicates things, so I line up on this wall here on the right without a wall clip. So jump, swing your sword, and make your way through there. So this room has a little bit of RNG depending on this enemy right here. He can move in 4 directions, but basically he moves in 2 for our purposes. He either moves up or down. If he moves up, you're gonna jump. You're gonna jump while holding down and right, and then a few frames after you jump, or maybe like half a second after you jump, you swing your sword while holding right, and then you'll kill that guy. And then you just make your way to the end of the room. If he goes down, you don't need to worry about any of that. So if he goes down, you don't need to worry. You just walk your way through, trying to get and if he moves up, you can do that. That's my way of doing it. Whatever you do, try not to touch these blocks, or don't face the same direction as the block and then touch it, because then you'll activate that text. So it would look something like that. Make your way here, push this over here, and just walk around here. Alright, I like to walk around here, do that. So we're gonna make our way back to the Helmasuar Room we saw in the very beginning of the game, or the very beginning of the dungeon. So the way this one works is you're gonna want to face up. I'm gonna kill these guys. Normally in this screen you kind of dodge the green Stalfos by jumping, and then you face up, and normally that scares off the brown Stalfos. I don't know why I'm not doing it too well right now. Wow, I actually can't get the optimal way of doing this. Normally that is not an issue, but I do need to demonstrate what it looks like. Yeah, it would look like this. Okay. Anyways, I'm just gonna kill these guys because reloading the screen every time is getting kind of annoying. So we made our way to the bottom of the room. We're gonna face up and hold out our sword, and it's gonna be same thing as the first time we went through this room. There's 4 different RNGs depending on whether or not which way the Helmasaur moves. So let's go over each of them. So if the Helmasaur moves, they all start with jumping down and releasing your spin. If the Helmasaur moves up, that'll our spin will kill everything in the room. You don't need to worry anything about that. If the Helmasaur moves down, we're gonna jump down and spin, and we'll end up tapping the Helmasaur, stunning him for a second. Then we'll just swing down 2 times and kill him, and kill these 2 bats on their own. If he moves to the right, we're gonna jump down, and our spin's gonna actually knock him a little bit to the right. So we're gonna like get a wall clip in this statue right here, and then swing right, and then kill whatever's left. If he moves to the left is a little complicated because you need to worry about this bat here. But it's the same deal. We're gonna use the stun that we have here, kill the guy to the left, and kill whatever keys are left over. So let's see if I can demonstrate all of those. That's down. Kind of got strange bat RNG there. And there's also there is a lot of bat RNG that comes into play. That's left. That's right. Excuse me. I don't know my lefts and rights anymore. That's down. Up is not really anything you need to worry about. Just keeping in mind that those bats are really annoying. Ooh, got kind of strange boosts on them. But that's basically what all the RNGs look like. I think we saw up in the very beginning. Oops. Can't. So that's the way to handle that room. That one's really complicated to get through really quickly and not take any damage. So just practice it. If you don't have piece of power, modify your strats accordingly. I don't have any non-piece of power strats. I do apologize. And we're gonna make our way back to that first room we went to early on in the run, following the same path here. This time when we go to this room, we're just gonna jump to the left, not up. We're gonna jump to the left, swing our sword, kill that guy if we can. So this fight is kind of like the first fight. We're just gonna swing our sword, knock him into a corner. Not that corner though. I was doing old strats. We actually want to knock him to the right, not to the left. And then we're gonna equip bombs and arrows, and then we're gonna shoot 3 bomb arrows at him. After we kill him, have our feather and sword out. Grab the hook shot and go. Jump slash that crystal. Missed the jump, that's okay. We're gonna go through this room again. You can, if you're really confident in how optimal you are, you can keep your sword out. It's slightly more optimal later on, but I recommend just when you get to this room, equip your hook shot and kill these guys with your hook shot. It's a lot easier. If they face you, let's see. You can steal their helmet. It doesn't do anything for you, but it will kind of like you'll get surprised by it. So just try to keep that in mind. If you're really close to them like that, I would have taken damage. So keep your distance and pay attention to whether or not you think you're going to steal their shield or their helmet or not. Then we're going to do the same thing here. Kill these 3 enemies. Let me go through that room real quick. Sorry about these save states here. Go diagonally. You can actually just jump to go past this guy. In this room, sometimes this brown Stalfos here drops a heart when you kill him, and when you try to hookshot these other guys, the heart gets in the way. So just kind of keep that in mind, in the back of your mind, when you do this room. So jump. Getting really strange RNG, but yeah, that's all you have to worry about there. Then we're gonna walk here. Watch out for these fish because they like to get in the way. Sometimes they like to jump in front of you and then knock you in the water, and you'll cry. There we go. Kill these 3 enemies. Try to think of the most optimal way to do that. Maybe that might not have been the best way to do it. So here is where most people take their last hits of damage to drop their piece of power, because it makes this boss fight easier. And we're gonna do that. I'm not gonna lose piece of power for this fight. So you jump diagonally and use the fact that you still have you have time on the pit to hookshot across. And we're getting to this boss fight. So we're gonna go in here, jump, pause when the south door starts to close. I can't. Need to demonstrate it properly. Right there. So when we see this door starting to close is when we can start to pause to cancel the boss text. This timing is a little bit more finicky than the other timings in the other boss rooms. So just keep that in mind. Then we want feather and hookshot out. So this boss is RNG dependent. Let's wait for him to poke his heads out. So he can poke his head out of any of these 4 holes, and you can only cover one side of the room at a time. And you hookshot to pull him out, and you swing your sword to damage him. Every time that he pokes his head out on a side that you're not at, it costs about 3 seconds. So there's no way to manipulate or count. So most people lose the piece of power because it makes this boss fight slightly more difficult because you have to stagger out your sword swings. He takes 8 hits of damage to kill, and you can get 4 hits per cycle on this guy. So that's one cycle. That's what one cycle would look like. So the way I do this with piece of power is I like to swing my sword, then do my hook shot. So it's kind of like you roll your fingers on the buttons, and then as soon as the hook shot's done, you start swinging it swings your sword automatically. And then kind of just stagger out your hits. So I had to give out some warnings on this fight. If he has 7 damage, sometimes he'll like give you fakes. I can't really demonstrate that, but there's sometimes when you pull out his head and he only has 1 hit left, he'll pull out a fake snake that explodes, and then usually at that point you die because you're low on health because you damaged him 7 times. So he only does that at, I think, 6 when you damage him 6 or 7 times. So if there's ever a point where you like damaged him 2 times in the beginning, just damage him 2 times again, and then damage him 4 times after that. That's about it for that fight, really. I can just go over that again. If you don't have piece of power, this fight's a lot easier. But just stagger out your hits wherever possible. That gets a little hard to get used to. Most people will just lose their piece of power. I keep it because it's slightly faster in the room before this. Then we're gonna end the dungeon with boots and feather. That's it. Sorry about the length of that video and the poor description of the boss fight, but that's gonna be it for Dungeon 5. In the next video, we'll be going over how to get to Dungeon 6, Armos Night Maze, and all that other good stuff that is a part of that. I will see you guys next time.